What's up, Marvel fans? Welcome to the MCU After Party. This is a brand new channel. We're going to be talking about Phase 4 Marvel movies. We're going to be talking about the Eternals. We're going to be talking about Black Widow, upcoming Marvel movies, everything announced for Phase 4, everything that was released in the See You at the Movies trailer yesterday, and so much more. So many other key phrases. This is totally me key phrasing the beginning of the video because YouTube listens to the first words and boosts your video based on what you say at the beginning. So go ahead and drop a like to help me out while we're here. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this video. I'm going to be going over the US dates for releases, but be sure I'm going to be going over the US dates and releases. But be sure to drop a comment from where you're watching from because I want to know. And I don't think analytics gets that specific on where you're watching from. So be sure to comment where you're watching from so we can all have a good old time from around the world. We're going to get into Phase 4. Upcoming movies, upcoming series, and other projects Marvel's working on. So here we go. First up, I don't know if you've heard of this movie. It's a movie called Black Widow. Brand new in the conversation. This is what we needed. More videos talking about Black Widow release dates, right? So now, as of now, right now, this didn't change as of yesterday. Thank God. But the current date for Black Widow is July 9th, 2021. That's over 14 months since its original release date. This is its fourth date. I think it'll stick here because it's also going on Disney Plus. I don't know how much it's going on Disney Plus for. I think it's $30. Let me check. Plus Black Widow. How much? That's how you Google stuff. $30, which is a lot for rental, but I think enough people are ready for this movie. I think that over 2 years without an MCU movie is enough time to justify that price point, and I think people are going to be all about it. So, looking forward to that movie. The next thing they have going is, well, I guess the next thing is the series Loki, which starts June 11th. That's in a little over a month. I'm so excited. Loki, Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson. Couldn't be more hyped. Netflix has said this is going to be their Umbrella Academy. Their version or answer to Umbrella Academy. Did I say Netflix has? Marvel has said that this is their Umbrella Academy. Now, in the trailer, it shows the timeline. Loki's created all these ulterior timelines by stealing the Tesseract. That's what that guy loves to do. But in Endgame, it was said that Doctor Strange, or no, what's her name? Tilda Swinton's character. What's her name? The Ancient One. She was saying that because they stole the Infinity Stones and created all these timelines, but in theory, Captain America put them back. But hopefully Loki's going to answer all these questions, because I've been pretty confused as to why Loki disappearing would create so many other timelines. We'll see. I'm here for it. I'm obviously here for it. It's going to be dope. September 3rd is Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, there's been some controversy on how to say Shang Chi. Right now, I'm going with Shang Chi because that's what it was before Kevin Feige said Shang Chi. Comment below what you believe the current pronunciation is. I'm sure a lot of you know better than me. But then Kevin Feige mispronounced it on the press release in December, and now people are saying it's Shang-Chi. It's probably going to be Shang-Chi. I don't believe they say it in the trailer what it is, but I do not mean to be offensive. I'm trying to just say it to the best and be respectful because I am beyond excited for this movie. It's going to be so good. We're going to finally get the Mandarin.
Where? Where's the Mandarin? Where is it?
Whoa. He's here. He's here, but he's not here. He's here, but he's not here.
What do you mean?
People are going to end up calling him the Mandalorian. People are going to end up mispronouncing Shang-Chi. They're going to call Mandarin Mandalorian. But I think everyone is going to just love this movie because we're getting the 10 rings. They changed the rings to where they're arm bracelets now. There's some great videos breaking on that. I think originally Marvel was going to do the 10 rings like in place of the Infinity Stones, but then the Infinity Stones replaced the 10 rings. So now instead of like collecting them over movies, we're getting all the 10 rings in this movie, I believe, or at least a good lot of them. Enough. What is it in, we're getting like twice as many as the song 12 Days of Christmas. 5 golden rings. That clip my audio? Probably. It's going to be great. Love Awkwafina. Love Simon Liu. He and her together, they're going to be power team. And I'm glad she's involved in the movie too. Really excited about a lot of things about the movie. But this is an overview. We're not going to get too caught up on anything here because we're talking about everything going down in the MCU. We got to keep going. We got to keep moving. What If? It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to talk about it right now. It's a cartoon series. It's going to be Chadwick Boseman's last performance as T'Challa. It's a what if storyline where he was taken by Yondu and became Star-Lord. I'm definitely watching it, probably reviewing it, but I'll just leave it at that for now. Hawkeye will probably come out this fall. It's got Kate Bishop by Haley Steinfeld. It's got Jeremy Renner returning as Hawkeye for this show. I'm pumped. I'm saying that about all of them, but I really am pumped about all of them. This year is such good stuff, though. We've got not very many details on the story. I know they are by a train for part of it. Love that. They also probably have some bow and arrows, if I know anything about them. That's most of what we know about the show. It's probably going to be similar to Falcon and Winter Soldier, I would guess, like 6 episodes. And that's coming out in the fall or winter of this year. The Miss Marvel show is another show coming out this year, probably later in the year. I think either Hawkeye, I don't know which one's first, Hawkeye or Miss Marvel. Leave a comment below if you know. I don't know a ton about Miss Marvel. I know stuff from watching videos, from the show, from, I know she's a newer character in the comics. I don't read a ton of comics. I mostly follow the movies. But I know that it's a good enough show to where they changed the name of the next Captain Marvel movie to include part of her logo, part of Miss Marvel's logo. All right, and this is what we got our first look at, Eternals. Eternals is coming out November 5th. That's its U.S. release date. November 5th, 2021. We got our first look at Angelina Jolie, as well as a lot of the other characters and actors in the show, or in the movie. It's directed by Chloe Zhao, who just won an Oscar for Nomadland. She is very popular right now. Kevin Feige's been hyping her up. I think that's why they released so much stuff for the movie this year. Okay, I'm doing more research on Eternals. I know quite a bit about this movie, but I don't want to say anything wrong, so that's why I have my laptop out here. I didn't know Millie Bobby Brown was in this movie. We also have Kamal Nanjiani. He's so funny. I love everything I've seen him in. I can't wait to see his performance in this. He and Angelina Jolie, and now Millie Bobby Brown. This is like gearing up to be like quite a big movie for something they haven't promoted at all until now, and I think it's less than 6 months away. Almost exactly 6 months away, and we haven't seen anything hardly except for yesterday's stuff. We'll go over some of that right now. It looks like Nomadland. We also have a lot of the team there. So the Eternals, I think this might be the new, they're always going to do Avengers movies, but I feel like this might be the new, I was thinking it was going to be like Guardians, but I actually think it's going to be more like Avengers. Like the big team movies are going to be these movies. Here's Angelina Jolie with her sword. She can make any weapon out of any cosmic energy. So she makes a pretty cool sword in this shot. I'm surprised that they're betting so much on her, but not really, because Disney really likes Angelina Jolie. Some actors I just feel like should have been in MCU or DCU movies at this point. People like Angelina Jolie. People like, I just rewatched Thor Ragnarok, or why was Matt Damon only in the MCU for 1 minute, and that's it. And I don't think he's been in the DCEU. He hasn't really done a lot, but he's like someone who I would be in these movies. So people like that, people like Angelina Jolie, like these people that celebrities, quote unquote A-list celebrities that aren't in Marvel movies were weird. So it makes sense that she's here. All right, Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's talk about that. I have a very personal connection to Spider-Man because I played Spider-Man at kids' birthday parties. I dress up like him and I go to kids' birthday parties. I work for a character company. It's just been so much fun. I've loved dressing up like Spider-Man, doing my best Tom Holland impersonation. And here's a picture of me as Spider-Man, jumping at the top of a staircase in Denver. That's part of the reason why I'm getting into this, because I just love talking about all this stuff. Big fan. And Spider-Man, obviously, I have a very close connection with. I'll do a lot of videos on the Spider-Man movie, so I won't get that into it, because I could talk forever about my predictions for Spider-Man. It's for sure a Spider-Verse movie. We're getting Tobey Maguire. We're getting Andrew Garfield. We're getting a lot of the villains. Willem Dafoe has been in the news a lot for that movie lately this week. I'll do a lot more videos on Spider-Man. Stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like while you're here. I think I already said that. Like this, boost the video, boost the algorithm, help a fellow fan out. Okay, so that is 2021. That's a lot more stuff. I feel like we've already gotten a lot because we've gotten WandaVision and we've gotten Falcon and Winter Soldier. Amazing. Both of those so amazing. But we've literally barely scratched the surface on what we're getting from the MCU this year, just from 2021. Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel, doesn't sleep. I don't know how he's doing all this. And it's all so well connected. I'm not always as positive, but for right now, I'm just getting hyped. I'm just getting hyped about Phase 4. We're just here for it. I will be more critical in future videos. Not this one. This one's all hype. 2022, let's do this. Starting off with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I know this is going to directly tie into WandaVision. It was supposed to come out literally this week. So sad. Stupid COVID. But that movie is going to be insane. I actually think that's going to be kind of like a Civil War type crossover where it's not an official Avengers movie, but it's where it feels like an Avengers movie. There's so many characters coming in. It all gets connected, and it will probably have a lot more impact on the future of these stories, kind of like Civil War did. Like, really, we're still kind of dealing with the repercussions of Civil War and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think Doctor Strange will be very similar in the fact that it'll just push everything forward for the next few years. So for the rest of this video, I'm just going to go over movies because that's what was in that sizzle reel yesterday. I don't have time to get into every single show. Plus, we don't know a lot about some of these shows. There's lots of theories, lots of speculations. I'll make videos about those. But for now, I'm just going to keep going over the big ticket movies coming out and the rest of Phase 4. Kicking off the summer, we have Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm really bummed that's not a Valentine's Day movie. That would have been a perfect Valentine's Day movie. It's literally got love in the name. Jane Foster's coming back. Natalie Portman's coming back. It's going to be a super fun movie. It's basically Thor Ragnarok 2, which I just rewatched half of the other day. I got to finish it. Thor Ragnarok's one of my top 5 favorite Marvel movies. There's so much to talk about this movie. We got some of the Guardians in it. We've got villains that are coming back. We've got villains. Christian Bale is in it. We've got Taika Waititi. I can't bring him up enough. I think I've said him like 3 times, but come on. Taika's the best. His Mando episode was just the best. We've got funny Thor. I love Thor now. And he's not done with his arc, so I was really, really thrilled when they said he was getting another movie because he's got more story left in that character. We have a lot of returning characters. Valkyrie's getting more screen time. Darcy's coming back to that movie. And I just can't hype it up enough. That is probably in my top 5 things coming out in the next 4 years. All right, so the next one, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. They announced the official name, and it's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. It's not just Black Panther 2. I think that's the perfect name. I think the way they've handled the entire conversation since Chadwick Boseman's passing has been really thoughtful and really meaningful and really just kind. I guess there's so many ways to tell this story, and so Ryan Coogler has his work cut out for him. But I think the focus on Wakanda, the focus on the mantle of the Black Panther, the focus on the legacy, and just the title alone shows the respect they're gonna give Chadwick, and I'm just so excited to see where this goes. I love Shuri's character. I know she's gonna be Black Panther. Really cool for her to get to step up. It's sad the way that it went about happening, but I know she's got it in her. She's a great character. Letitia Wright is a great actor, and I have full faith in this entire franchise to just push this movie forward and be one of the greatest. All right, I said we'd come back to this. We have up next is the Marvels. This is a big deal. They changed it from Captain Marvel. They took her out of her own movie. I think that is a little weird. I guess they technically did this kind of with Antman and the Wasp for the second one. But I think that's weird that they did that. I know they support Brie Larson, so I don't know why they're kind of doing that to her. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie. You can expect Monica Rambeau. You can expect Kamala Khan. You can expect Carol Danvers. It's going to be a team-up movie. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's coming out on, I don't want to mess up the date. It's coming out on November 11th. So kind of the holiday movie in 2022. Next up is Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. That just sounds like a ride, which makes sense because they already had that kitchen restaurant in the Avengers campus in Disneyland. So it makes sense that they're going to hype up Ant-Man. You can do a lot of fun stuff with Ant-Man visually at the parks. Larger than life objects, smaller than life objects. So that makes sense that they're hyping him up. This movie's got Jonathan Majors playing Kang the Conqueror. I was expecting Kang to be like the next Thanos, so I'm surprised they're introducing him in the Ant-Man movie. Nothing against Ant-Man. Ant-Man just doesn't pull the same box office for other movies. It's not the same level as, Captain America or Black Panther or anything like that. So I'm surprised they're introducing Jonathan Majors as Kang in Ant-Man. But that must mean they have a lot of faith in it. They need a little extra push. It's going to be awesome. All right, finally, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to go on a quick rant on Guardians 3. They've been saying for a while that a character's going to die. I don't know who that's going to be. No one does. But now there's a lot of speculations that it's going to be Rocket because the logo is gray. And in the first one, Groot died when the logo was brown. In the second one, Yondu died when the logo was blue. Now the logo is gray, kind of silver. Everyone thinks it's going to be Rocket. I hope it's not Rocket. I don't want it to be anyone. I thought it was going to be Drax, but now I think that's a pretty good reason for it to be Rocket, I guess. I don't know. Maybe color font doesn't matter. But if it does, I don't want it to be anyone. We'll see. I guess we have a little bit of time before then. We got like 2.5 years, so that's good. What's one thing that's interesting, the entire Spider-Man trilogy, which they're probably going to make more, but the first 3 Spider-Man movies will have come out in between Guardians 2 and 3. Spider-Man will be done for a whole 2 years by the time Guardians 3 comes out. So that's a long break. A lot of James Gunn controversy. We can talk about that more later because we finally have the final movie to go over for Phase 4. Now this one I think is also going to be an Avengers type movie where we bring in a lot of the TV characters to support it. We bring in a lot of characters that have been introduced in other movies. And it's the Fantastic Four. That movie's got a lot to do by introducing the Fantastic Four, whatever age they're going to be. They've got to cast it before then. And the movie is wrapping up this phase, so it's got a lot going for it. It's directed by John Watts, who is doing fine with the Spider-Man movies. It makes sense that they're using him because he was able to take another classic Marvel IP, translate it into the MCU. I wonder if he'll do it the same way with just no origin story. The same exact way he handled Spider-Man is probably how they'll handle doing the Fantastic Four. But I could see them doing an origin story too, so who's to say? I don't know if they'll show up in any of the shows. Does She-Hulk come out before then? If She-Hulk comes out, I could see them being cameos or at least referenced in She-Hulk because that's a very science-oriented show, experiment. Yeah, She-Hulk does come out before then, so I could see maybe a reference to the Fantastic Four and She-Hulk. That's one of the shows coming out right before then. But we'll see. Love Fantastic Four, great characters. I also think if we're getting into the multiverse for this phase, hopefully Doctor Strange doesn't wrap it all up in his movie. But if we're getting into the multiverse, I'd love to see Chris Evans as just Flash, just even if it's for a shot. I think that'd be so fun. But he probably won't. I know he's in talks to come back for Doctor Strange, but we can get in more detail in all of the other future videos on this channel. Be sure to subscribe to see those videos. Be sure to leave a like. Comment what your favorite project is. Comment your favorite project and what you're looking forward to the most. TV, movie, anything I missed. You can talk about the shows and we didn't go over. We're going to be going over everything. We're going to be doing reviews. We're going to be having a conversation. I'm going to be on Clubhouse. Check me out on the socials linked below. And I will see you in the next video. Ooh.